What's up, boys?
All right, here we are. And, you know, by the way, since we can't afford a voiceover guy, one of us needs to be like, welcome to Smartless. Wait, no, that's Smartless. Welcome to Inside the Ropes.
With deet, 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 something like that.
Yeah. How about?
So, how was spring break for you guys? Kick it off real quick with a question. Spring break good for you guys?
Spring break was great for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sailing through the islands, it was fantastic. Like one of the best spring breaks of all spring breaks.
Good weather?
Oh, the weather was like primo. It was like lower 80s, you know, sunny the whole time. Just absolutely beautiful.
Why the hell did you come back?
You know, I almost didn't. Like, we really thought about it. We're like, how can we make this work long term? You know,
Us too.
It's the Inside the Ropes Spring Break Edition. Smeeth, why don't you tell us about Costa Rica, or as you were calling it now, because you two are good friends, Costa.
Well, I call it home now, and I'll be honest. As my official capacity as the mayor of Costa, it was.
You were the mayor of Cabo or Cobo, and now you're the mayor of Costa.
It happens. Yeah, you know, just my role, I guess. No, it was great, man. Weather was 95 and sunny every day. I think we saw like one cloud the whole time. Spectacular. Walking around in the jungle, and there's monkeys running around just right down from the hotel. Very, very cool experience.
You were in your natural habitat.
Natural habitat. You got it.
Nice.
You got it. Yeah, that was great. And Johnny, how about you? How was yours?
How was yours, John? I heard
weather couldn't have been better. You know,
balmy 40,
Costa Rica
46.
and sailing through the Virgin Islands. And then there's East Lansing, Michigan in 35-degree weather. A little bit of rain and snow. Not a lot of snow, so it was actually pretty nice. It was more rain than snow. So pretty good time. Pretty good time. Spent a lot of time inside a hockey rink.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you're going to be cold inside, might as well be cold outside. That's the way I look at it.
Why not?
So,
yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a great spring break. It sounds exactly like what Ryan and I were experiencing.
Yeah, it's very similar. In fact, when we think about spring break next year for the group, I'm sure East Lansing will be in the top 3.
Maybe. Yeah.
Granted, we were there.
100, top 100, probably top 100.
Top 100. Yeah. Exactly. Hey, so let's go back to the cheers. Hey, happy Friday.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Congrats. Made it to Friday.
You notice it's an Oberon. That means it's officially
spring.
Yeah.
Spring has sprung with Oberon.
And you know what happens late spring in Michigan?
Yeah,
cold
you know what
weather?
else happens?
No.
The Senior PGA Championship.
Yeah. Well, as you pointed out, it's officially referred to as
the Champions Tour. However,
it's no longer the Senior PGA Championship.
No, it's called the now I forgot. What's it called?
Hey, Ron, you were the one who sent this out to everybody.
I did.
It's like saying, hey, we're all going to meet at 8:00, and then you send a message. What time are we meeting?
Stand by. It's called the PGA Tour Champions.
Okay.
However, the tournament is still referred to as the Senior PGA Championship presented by KitchenAid. Hey, and I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but what am I wearing here? Hey, some garb.
That's a canceled year, wasn't it? Or no?
No, this is 2022, man. Like, how bad's your memory? 2022, wearing my PGA merch, the official jacket of the 2022 Senior PGA Championship, and I just wanted to get into form. I wanted to be ready for the Inside the Ropes episode 3.
I can't wait to see the uniforms this year.
Didn't they send out like the colors? I saw an email that had like the colors, right? Isn't there like a baby blue this year?
If anybody would know it, Smith would.
Yeah, Smith, you're on top of this stuff.
I thought I saw something too, but I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. Nike. It was Nike. What, Nike last year, I think, right? And because
I'm thinking colors, and he's thinking brands.
Is that 2022? I thought we had blue jackets last year.
2022.
Yeah.
All the viewers around the world can see clearly, and you're right there.
Interesting.
Hey, as we go with the tire, this is going to be all right. So
Easy. This is a PG.
You remember this, Aaron?
I do remember that. I have one of those.
I know. It was a brilliant idea. After we were like, we need to get these shirts, the Electric Mayhem after the Muppets.
Very
Look
nice.
at Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem. For all the viewers out there that might be Muppets fans from when you were in elementary school, you might recall Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem as being a band from the Muppets.
So what so what inspired us buying these shirts again? We were, I think, at Rybel's on the rooftop.
I think that's what it was. And I was playing with the band that I played with. And
okay, keep going.
And you were giving me crap about the band or something. And you were like, yeah, aren't you guys like Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem? And it was like, oh my gosh,
there's something along those lines. I thought maybe it was also like that. I think we started joking about how I need to start playing the banjo, or I was like, I could do the saxophone. I could be like Zoot or something. And is that funny? And then we could be like the Muppets. And next thing you know, we go home at like midnight that night. Possibly had hydrated ourselves properly and decided to order a couple shirts. And in fact, you put the order in, I think.
I did put the order in.
It's a good looking t-shirt though.
They are great.
It is. That's great. Again, for the viewers. Look at that.
Very, very memorable.
And I, of course, got the women's small, which is why it's a little snug, but that's the way I like it.
Sun's out, guns out.
You're a little guy. You're a little guy, Johnny.
Yeah. All right. Enough of the sorry, I had a little fun with I had the PGA jacket, but then I figured the reveal of
that's a great addition. I love that. It brings back some good
memories. So what do we got going here today? Let's switch it back to golf.
Yeah.
What's happening in golf, fellas?
We got a few things. So I've been just kind of keeping tabs on what's been going on with the PGA Tour champions, as they're referred to.
Ooh, yeah.
And there was actually, as I looked at their last tournament, which was last weekend, it was actually a super interesting battle between Steve Alker and Retief Goosen.
Isn't Alker been on top?
But you're right. Yeah, he's actually number one right now.
Money leader,
in the standings in the Charles Schwab Cup standings. So apparently Alker was leading the whole time and just kind of dominating the tournament. But then at the end, right around 17, 18, I guess 17, he 3-putted, which kind of opened the door. Goosen came in, parred, and then on 18, which is a par 5, he bogeyed and Goosen parred. Goosen comes away with a huge upset win. And, so it was kind of cool. I was like, man, when I was reading about it, I didn't see the tournament, unfortunately, but when I was reading about it, I was like, man, that would be such a cool finish to a tournament, just to be there and to be a part of that.
Which hole did Alker 3-putt?
17.
17. All right.
Yeah, it's a
Were
par
they playing
3.
together?
They were playing together. Yes.
So then they came up 18 and the Goose won it on 18.
Yeah, he won it on 18.
So when we see Alker going through number 9, we need to yell at the name of that tournament, Ben. You got goosed.
No, I don't think that's a good idea, but I mean, we're supposed to be professionals, John.
Okay.
Come on. And Alker, if you recall, he's our defending champion from Harbor Shores from 2022.
He is.
Yeah. So
wonder if there's going to be any festivities or things with that. They usually bring back the previous winner like the week or two before. I mean, obviously they're all going to come in early Sunday, Monday, but I know they have some events and they typically bring in the previous. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's the previous year winner.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
Right. So Steve Stricker won
the location winner, right? Yeah. Last year's winner, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. It was at Fields Ranch East, and Stricker won it.
So Stricker's going to be our guy. He'll be in here.
Stricker will be the guy. He'll be kind of the main.
Did we talk about before? Did I tell you guys about when they brought in the champion from the year before? Japanese name, I forget, and he hit off the top of the inn at Harbor Shore.
Yeah, Odeki.
Okay.
Yeah, he hit it. You're right. That was well. So that was
he
after,
teed off on the from the rooftop.
Where did he
That's
hit
great.
to?
He
In
was
the
hitting
water?
over to number 4 green.
Oh, he was hitting over to the green.
Over the road, over the parking lot, over the road,
Oh.
over the railroad tracks, over the number 5 tee box,
Nothing but
and
net.
towards the green.
Yeah, that was
interesting.
that's a long way.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know?
maybe it isn't. It just seems like when I described that,
Did he
that there's
make
a lot
it?
of stuff there, but maybe
Did
it's
he
not that far.
did he hit it or not?
Yeah, he hit it on
He
the
did.
green, if I recall.
Yep. They like set up a little because there's of course like a railing and a fence on the top deck there, but they put a platform up for him to be able to hit off of.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. I want to see some more of that.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe we can convince Steve Stricker to do something like that.
come on. Hey, off
I-
of the Marshall Shack back patio.
Yes.
You can hit over to the number 9 fairway and basically be in the same approach second shot as you would be off the tee.
And you can stop it in the Marshall Shack and get an ice cold beverage too.
Get ice. Hey,
It's only about 680
Youngstown
yards
Summer
from the
Ale.
Marshall
It
Shack
is
to
not.
the green.
Okay, so we after we're done mucking it up here, I'm gonna go check that out. I'm curious, how long of a shot would it be from
Walk
the
it
Marshall
off.
Shack across? Okay, who wants to bet me on this? I think it might be within, I'll say at least within 50 yards of the tee box to
From
hit
the
to, and let's pick a spot. Let's say to the crosswalk at the ropes, because that'd be a long drive from the top, but some guys have done it, right? Or
Okay.
or you could say just over the mound of the bunker, that big soft landing area, number 9.
Yeah.
I'll figure out something that works in my favor, and
I'm sure you
figure it
will.
out. But I really don't know if it'd be that much different.
I bet it's.
I hate to use.
All right, I'm gonna go
I
on
can
record.
see Smith's working on this right now.
I'm
He's
gonna
already
say
looking at
it's.
Google
I'm gonna
Maps.
say it's 680 yards. That's my number.
680. I'm gonna
Okay,
say
I'm going to tell
Step it
you.
off.
I'm going to tell you. Just looking at Google Maps, it is shorter from your house to the green than it is from the tee to the green.
Oh,
Just looking at it.
I might stand corrected.
Let
All
me
right, I'll march it off.
let me share my screen real quick, just so
Okay.
you guys can take a peek at this. But
Let's see what you
I mean,
got.
this is some simple math or some simple
Geometry.
geometry, right? But I mean, if this is the tee box and this is where we're talking,
Trigonometry.
this
Okay,
is
yeah. Hey, go back again. Show everybody, all the viewers back. Where's the Marshall Shack?
Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's Marshall Shack, right here.
Is this a live view of John's house?
Yeah.
John waved to the camera.
I mean, this to here, that's like right to like almost the ladies' tees, maybe, right? As a comparison, right? In terms of distance. And here's the tee box for 9 up here.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm telling you. So we need to have the conversation with the PGA about having an alternate tee box.
Just as an idea. Yeah, just throwing it out there. Maybe
John, that means you have to mow your yard then. Like you gotta
All
think
right,
about
let's
what you're
move
asking
on.
for.
Let's move on. All right. So you were saying though, you're like, okay, you're keeping track. That's what's going on with the Champions Tour. What else is going on in golf these days?
Yeah. Well, obviously the Masters is going on right now. That's been super fun to watch. In fact, I have it on the TV right now. A lot of the replays and watching Scotty Scheffler put in for 17 right now. He made it. Yeah. So he's 6 under.
Can I ask a favor?
Yeah.
First off, I loved that picture you sent earlier. And Smith doing his normal. He's very active on text. Didn't reply, but I loved the image of you in your office with the Masters. I have seen 0.
Oh,
so tell me what are the highlights? Who's in the lead? What's Tiger at? Like, what is going on?
So Scheffler's currently, if I'm not behind, he's tied with DeChambeau and Homa for the lead at 6 under.
He's yes, right. 3 guys. Yep.
And I believe Tiger. What is Tiger?
But
1
Scheffler's still out on the course though. Looks like.
Yeah.
So
But the leader is what? Like
just finished 17.
6 under.
Double digit, double. What
Under.
are we at?
6 under.
Oh, and Tiger's 1 under.
Tiger, no, I think is he even or 1 over?
Tiger's tied for 21st. I think I saw +1.
Good
Plus
for him.
1. Yeah.
Hey, quick pause on that. When I said I didn't see any of it, I did see the Golf Channel like live at the Masters replay late last night. And did you notice Tiger with his new logo that Smith revealed in episode 1?
He did. You know, when I went to the website, and they're not releasing the merch until May 1st. There it is.
Oh, there's a picture. Yeah,
it's a good looking sweater.
Sharp, really sharp.
This looks like, here's another little look, different look.
The shot I saw was he was in a golf shirt, not the sweater, but he was in a golf shirt on the course, and I was like, you know what, Smith Peeps was the world reveal of the new logo on episode 1.
Maybe you know, maybe the reason they're delaying is because the big reveal is going to be that's the new merch for the Senior PGA Championship. We're all going to get Sunday Red.
Or the Marshall Shack is just going to be sponsored by Sunday Red, perhaps. I mean, just throwing it out there. You know,
let me make a couple phone calls. We'll see what we can.
Right.
See what we can
love it when we start spitballing like that. I mean, there's a chance.
The ideas just flow.
Yeah.
All right. So you're saying that Scotty's 6.
Yep. Scotty's
Tiger's
6
in the hunt.
Yeah. DeChambeau has been playing incredible. Although he played, what hole was it? I think it was 14 or something, but he ended up playing it from a different fairway and parred it. It was, they were saying it's the first time that's ever been done where somebody like shanks their drive so bad it lands in another fairway and then they come back and par the hole. So that was kind of fun to watch.
This might be
interview afterward. It was kind of funny. He was,
oh, go ahead, finish that.
He was pretty good in the interview afterwards. He was just kind of joking about it. But anyway, yeah, it's been a fun tournament to watch so far.
What I was going to say about DeChambeau on the same, live from the Masters last night. Apparently he's got some new equipment that I don't know if it's controversial or this, that, and the other, but it required approval from the PGA because his irons have some sort of curvature cut out, this, that, and the other. That's very unique. And of course, DeChambeau's got this very unique swing style and old school, traditional, whatever you want to call it. I don't know all the facts here, Smith. I thought you'd be on top of this. There's some
3D printed irons.
What's that?
3D printed irons, only approved by USGA on Monday. Yeah, I don't know if I have I don't know if I have the specs on these exactly, but club maker Avoda, 3D printed. That's pretty cool.
So
that's what's been going wrong with my golf game all these years. I need 3D printed irons.
So 3D printed speaks to like how they were made, and then there's something unique about
the face has a bulge. Sounds like some kind of a bulge on the face.
Yeah. Which you
unlike a bulge in other places, but bulge on the face of the club.
Keep it clean here, Smith.
Family show. Hey, staying on the Masters thing. A little fun fact I just learned. So Marshals are not called Marshals at the Masters. Did you guys know this?
Did not.
You know what they're called?
No.
Gallery guards.
Gallery guards.
And there's 380 of them. I don't think we have 380 Marshals at the Senior PGA Championship presented by KitchenAid at Harbor Shores.
Well, we probably have half of that. 9 times maybe 20, 180.
But you know what you get for being a gallery guard?
A free round of golf.
You get a free round of golf at Augusta.
Weren't we talking about this? Because I do remember looking this up, and you can apply to be a volunteer at the Masters. And I saw that there's all kinds of jobs. But the gallery of the Galaxy Gallery, whatever, Marshall guys, they get a free round of golf at the Masters. So why are we not putting our names in for that?
Well,
I don't know if I like the name.
Gallery guard.
I'd rather be maybe a golf, maybe a course officer or a gallery officer, maybe perhaps or something. But yeah, free round of golf, not bad.
Well,
Oh my God.
maybe you get to pack heat if you get
There you
called
go.
a guard.
I like that idea too.
So anyway, I thought that was a fun fact that you're called something different. It's just a different experience there. There's 380 of them, and you get a free round of golf there. I don't even think we get a free round of golf with ours anymore, do we?
Well, we do. We do again.
Oh,
I know.
Discounted.
Remember they took
Usually
it away
just a
one year.
discount.
I think it was like $40. You had to pay. Well, maybe it's still the same way. You have to pay for the cart. But yeah, I did see that we get the free round of golf again. So we'll have our opportunity to relive the moment and take some pics.
Can I throw this out there? We did have a listener question relevant to.
Oh, really? We had some
relevant
listener
to the
question
Marshall
just
job.
came in.
Whoa.
Just came in hot off
Love it.
the presses here. So question for you guys. I mean, as a marshal, as marshal supervisors, even I think
Yeah,
you guys
captains.
are, right? Captains.
We're referred to as captains, right?
Whole captains.
And I would appreciate if you would address us as captains
but I
for the
will.
rest of the
Salute
show.
as well.
With the
But-
salute.
So a question from a listener said, is it okay as a marshal to say nice shot to a pro? What do you guys think? I'd love your thoughts on this.
All right, Aaron, you go first. What do you think?
I mean, after watching the Masters this week and just thinking about like how much these guys go through, I'm like, leave them alone. Like they gotta. No, I don't say anything to them.
Yeah.
I might give them a little like,
Yeah.
boy,
Attaboy,
little
but
nod
yeah,
or
for the,
something.
the
Probably in your head
listeners,
more than anything.
No, I leave them alone. It's like this is their job. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They have a lot of money on the line. I just want to let them do their thing. Don't interfere with them.
Well, Captain Gable, what are your thoughts? What?
all right.
what do
Well,
you
first of all,
think?
I want to clarify for the listeners and the non-viewers. What Aaron was saying is, or what he was signaling was, you maybe give him a little head nod, like, "Hey, dude, I got you," kind of thing. Here's where I'm at with this whole thing. I think it depends on the situation and know your audience. So if you're on the tee box and you're up there marshaling, captaining, whatever you're doing, and the other pros say nice shot, you give them a little, nice shot.
Give
Nice
him-
shot.
yeah. Maybe
All
give
right,
him a
but if
pound
you're
or
out
that
on
or
the
whatever.
fairway where there's not much of that going on and your audience is the crowd and you're supposed to be doing your job, to Aaron's point, you like let them do their job. Let them do your job.
Good thoughts, guys. Good thoughts. I mean,
Good thought.
I went right to the source. Okay, guys, and I pulled
course
the
you did.
official Marshall.
All right, so Smith's bringing up the Marshall rules here.
The rules.
So, interaction with the gallery and players. There's a lot to be said in here, but one thing that is called out specifically: do not talk to players and caddies except in an official capacity. They are in their office working and don't really want to talk to you. The amateurs are a different story, especially with the celebrities. But just be professional is the answer. All those up and coming marshals out there, you guys heard it here first.
That's awesome.
That's a great tip, Smith. That's one of the best Smith tips we've had, where you've got the official rules right there. It's not just us making stuff up. It's like this is official, man.
Right to the rule book. Right.
Yeah.
to
Hey,
the source.
while Smith's like showing his screen, can I pop up my screen for a second? I wanted to share a couple. Let's see here. We're talking about the golf course. You guys see my screen?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. So it doesn't look very glamorous, but what do you see? What stands out to you on this picture? And for the listeners, please describe to them what you see on the screen here.
Well, they're putting up the KitchenAid red screens so that we know now it's go time.
The build out has
Really get
begun.
this thing going. Yeah.
The build out has begun. So we're looking at this is right around the North Pier area. And you know what? I wanted to share this picture as well of the Paw Paw River.
Yeah.
Which, something they've been doing out on the course, getting ready for the tournament, is they've been cutting down all the overgrowth in like the weeds and the cattails and this, that, and the other around all the water areas. And it's really made the sight lines pretty cool. So do you guys know what hole this is?
That's 14.
That's 14. Exactly. So this is the view off of 14. what a clean view of the river. And I know when the course opened in 2012 and even as late as 2018, 2020, you could not even see the river there.
Yeah.
But a little bit.
I mean, it's early spring here in Michigan still. Is the course looking nice and green though?
It's yeah, sights and sounds around the course. The course is popping right now. So like in the last 7 days, you can even see it in this picture. The fairways in the immediate rough have turned super green. It's great. The crew has been on the course working on cutting down all these sight lines to the water, which makes that pop. But look at the bunkers too. I mean, how far away am I? I'm on the road here behind the tee box, and you can see those bunkers around the greens really popping because they've been filling them with the fresh white grain sand. They've been trimming around the edge of the bunkers. And guess what? Here, I just switched over. I don't know how fast it's catching up, but here's a group on the 14 tee.
Oh,
I don't know. I think today might have been the opening day at Harbor.
I was going to say I have not seen golfers on the course, nor have I seen any flags in the holes
exactly
up until now. So I think you're right. Today's probably the first day.
Today was the first day, and for the listeners out there, I mean, it wasn't like an amazing day, but it wasn't horrible either. Temps maybe low 50s, and it was packed. I was out there walking around. I took this photo at 14, but there was groups in every hole. It was great. And then the last little shot I got here is I just wanted to catch the KitchenAid red fencing. This is 18, and again a little bit of like how they've cut down everything around the bridge going over and along the fairway on the right. So had some fun walking around and catching some sights and sounds.
Well, and the Paw Paw River is down in terms of its level, so you're going to have a little more, like a little less water in play. You know what I mean? Where there's it's probably receded quite a bit. So that'll be great. I can't wait to see it in full bloom.
So what else we got? I know we got a couple guests ready to come on, but I got one more thing.
Well, I think, you know what I've been curious about, John, is the new banner.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Before we go to the banner, let me throw a little lead in on that, okay? And this is maybe not final yet, but we've got to tighten this up pretty quick. As official marshals, we are, I mean, badged to some extent, right? I mean, we're official, right? And so we're kind of working on the badge still, but early
we talked about this in the last episode. Yeah, you got something going here.
Early indications would tell us that this might be the 2024 badge, but still not final. But it looks good, right? Consistent with last time, but
I love it.
And the picture in the middle is like old school.
I mean,
that's 2018 or 16?
No,
2016.
No, this was last time.
That was 22.
Yeah, because there's Brian Conway.
Brian
Conway.
There's Conway. You know what I was thinking of? When it was just the four of us in a similar pose when we were on my deck with Steinbreaker.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking that was. Yeah.
This is not final yet, but I think this is a strong contender. So just something to be thinking about, something for our shirts. I know we pulled the last year's model out, but this is kind of the new refreshed version that we're looking at right now.
Love it.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so progress happening on the badge and progress on the great call, by the way, Smith, because as the listeners and viewers will appreciate in a second, when we go to the banner, the Marshall Shack banner, which is a little blurry because I had to do a cut and paste off of Vistaprint. There is the badge showing up, of course, right in the middle. But here's what we got going on. So I brought the picture of all of us walking away with the arms up on hole number 9.
Which is one of the iconic views from the Marshall Diaries.
Yep. You can see that in which episode is that? Marshall Diary. Is it? I'm trying to remember. Is that 12 from? No, it's not 12 from that. It's 8. The last one from 18, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it is.
That's the last Marshall Diaries.
Marshall Diaries 8.
with the walk off. So the walk off picture is the backdrop. Of course, got Marshall Shack. Now the thing here, this is what I'm throwing out there to you guys. I switched up your home. Oh wait, it didn't capture the update. Instead of your home away from the hole, what I was proposing to switch it to is your home outside the ropes.
Interesting.
All right, so noodle on that for a second.
Yeah,
I mean, home away from the hole goes all the way back to the original in 2016. And then I put down here at the bottom 2024, the final round.
Final round. Hell of a round. Hell of a round.
Man.
Maybe I'll do that.
We got to come up with our new.
It was a hell of a round.
It was. That's right.
So it's still I think from what I sent you guys, a little bit of a work in action, but or work in progress. But we're coming along there. Got to get on top of that too.
All right.
Well done.
Cool. Hey, there was another listener question. I don't know if you guys saw it that came in. And it was asking, what's the best memento that was left by a golfer?
I
thought that was an interesting question.
The only one I can think of, and I don't have it, but I feel like someone picked up Rocco's stogie on one of those rounds, didn't they? Didn't he throw it at John or something like that?
No,
I can't remember what.
No, it wasn't a stogie. Close.
Candy bar or something like that.
Candy bar. And Ella grabbed the candy bar.
Yes. Yeah. John's daughter grabbed it, and I was looking for that picture because I wanted to add it to the podcast, and I couldn't find it. But it was so funny.
I have
like the picture of Ella holding the candy because
she's like, "What do I do with this?" It was a half-eaten Snicker bar.
Yeah, they were walking under the bridge between 17 and 18, and I think it was it Rocco's caddy that threw it up, or was it Rocco?
It was Rocco's caddy. Yeah,
he threw it up, and she caught it like she was catching gold or
like
something.
Spider-Man. And then
she got it, and then the look of disappointment on her face, she saw it was like there's this half-eaten candy bar. That was hysterical.
That is pretty funny. I know.
Hey, Ron, how about for you? I mean, I know some people have found some balls, some golf balls.
Yeah, mine was the ball that I found from John Daly, and I wish I could find a photo of it. I had a photo of it.
Talking about the John Daly ball?
Yeah, that's my all-time favorite. I mean, he's got a really cool logo.
Just speaking episodes, like what episode is that in? That's in like
that was early on, wasn't it?
What was that? That was 2016 or 18?
I think that was 16.
All right, so it's got to be like episode 3.
Yeah, and it would have been early because I don't
think the cut, right?
Cut. Yeah.
See, so look at that, bringing it back.
But yeah, I think that was my favorite. The other one that I thought was hilarious was somebody had, I don't know who it was, got Rocco's stogie.
So Smith was right. He did get a stogie.
Yeah,
we did. Right. Somebody got Rocco's stogie. Yeah. I think he left it on the 9 tee box.
Yeah.
Somebody brought it back to the Marshall shack.
I thought I knew that. Yes. That's what I thought.
Like a half smoked stogie.
Smith, you got that.
I smoked it. I mean, when we got back. Jeez.
It's so gross.
All right, so we have John Daly's golf ball.
Yeah.
We have Rocco Mediate's like 80% finished smoked stogie. And then we have Rocco Mediate's caddy's half-eaten candy bar.
Yep.
So once again, we'll put a shameless plug out to the PGA to help us get one of the pros or a caddy over to the Marshall shack. We'd like to just keep this thing going and get some memorabilia for the crew.
Here, I have a photo of it.
Oh, you have a photo? Oh, that's actually less than it was. Just the tip for Smith.
Yep.
This was the stogie that was brought back to the Marshall shack. We're like, what are we gonna do with that? That was funny.
All right, so are we ready, guys? I do want to announce we have some really actually special guests today, and we're getting better every time. What? sorry to Benny out there when I say better every time, but I'm saying we're getting better at this, because the first time, complete failure. Of course, our special guest at that time bailed on us.
Yeah, we've got to talk to him.
Then our special guest last time, an amazing special guest. However, again, the logistics, the production crew in the booth didn't hold him off in the green room long enough. He jumped in right mid-sentence on you, Aaron. But this time, fellas, I'm excited to announce that we've got not just one special guest, but two.
Wow.
And,
A duo.
I can't wait for them to join. I think they're going to join us here in a second.
Oh,
and there's one right now.
Oh my God!
There's the old man.
He is.
I haven't seen that guy in a couple years. Oh,
and there's the other one. All right.
Look at these guys.
I see.
He's going off camera. There he is.
I know he's going off camera. We've got two, not one. This is a double your pleasure episode. But welcome AJ, Gable, and Kelvin McCord to Inside the Ropes. How are you guys doing? I see AJ's got his Marshall shirt on, and I see him looking side to side like he's actually still inside the ropes right now.
I think he's checking for fans that are going to bum rush the living room there.
Yeah.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Guys?
Good to see you. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, tell us where you're at. What's going on?
Local here in Chicago, the Homestead, waiting anxiously in the green room. Thanks for that. The comfort was spectacular. So everything worked out great. I'm all loosened up.
Nothing but the
go.
best. We've got we've been upping the budget every episode, so you guys benefited from that.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the bananas and the granola.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait, we have a hand raised. Kelvin, how are you, sir? Can you hear us?
There's an awkward delay. Kelvin
He asked me to speak on his behalf. He's happy to be here.
Yeah.
He's happy to be here.
Technical
Awesome.
difficulties.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
Here's one thing we know for sure
Wait,
is
he's there.
that the viewers will enjoy Kelvin. I don't know if the listeners will, but Kelvin, are you there? I think he's smoking
Not here anymore.
of Rocco's cigar, right?
Bits and pieces.
Hey, we heard from him. Can you hear us now?
Is that Ryan?
Nope.
I can hear you.
Oh,
It was
okay,
you.
good.
All right. So Ryan, why don't you since he can hear you and nobody else, why don't you kick us off here?
Yeah. So let's, Kelvin, you're in the great town of Chicago, right? As well. AJ, both in Chicago, right? Couple Chicago guys. We wanted to kick off with maybe a question for you guys, and just to loosen you guys up a little bit, and hear from you guys. So, the question is is it true that Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago, was actually a scratch golfer as well? Curious of your thoughts.
I don't know if he was scratch golfer, but he was close there too. He was actually known to maybe fudge a little bit on his score. So there is actually some debate as to his true handicap. He was probably better known for his meats and different sausages in Chicago, but he was a very good player, well respected, except if you had to play against him, where you weren't always sure of the round and the score you were going to get.
So what you're saying is he didn't necessarily bring his game, but he brought a lot of meats.
He did. Yes. That's why his nickname
Word on the street.
You're well fed.
his nickname was Meat Stick. So
Meat stick.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can
Bring out
see
the
that.
meat stick.
I can see that.
yeah.
Word on the street is that he had a locker right next to Kelvin as well, but I'm not sure. All right. Well, we lost.
All right. Yes,
We lost.
we lost Kelvin. All right. So AJ, you could speak for the two of you. And oh, by the way, cheers. Cheers, AJ. Let's get that glass.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Cheers. We got two-hearted.
All right. Yep.
M22.
M22 glass with a little local Bodum beer.
Nice.
Bodum. Where's Bodum out of?
That's a good question. If they're not
Houston
Goose
local,
Island,
got to be a Chicago area-ish.
it is half acre, I believe. So,
All right. Hey, Kelvin, are you with us?
I'm back, and
Hey.
must have been the iPad. Darn that Generation 1 iPad.
Mm. Did they even
Hey,
have
nice to
cameras
see
on
you.
those things?
Yeah, the hamster just gave out, so joined by iPhone.
Oh, perfect. Well, we were before you guys jumped on, and appreciate you hanging out in the green room, enjoying the granola and the bananas. We were actually talking about.
I actually grabbed a stogie from the green room, but that's okay. So
that's what I was going to talk.
Nice.
We
We were
were
just talking about
the
that stogie.
memorabilia that we had, and we have Rocco Mediate's half smoked stogie still in possession for the Marshall Shack, and we were wondering if that's what you were smoking.
yeah, thank you, Rocky.
Yeah, exactly. And then the question when you dropped off was from Smith. Go ahead. Let's see what Kelvin's got for us on Abe Froman.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I missed
we heard he was a scratch
repeat the
golfer.
question.
So we were curious.
Yeah, repeat the question. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're curious if it was true that Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago, was a scratch golfer, and AJ confirmed that he does have a club called the Meat Stick, I believe. We also heard he might have been locker partners with you right in the locker room at maybe one of the local clubs. But yeah, we just wanted to hear from you on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that well, but I know he was a big hitter. So, I think he was a pretty, I don't think he was quite a scratch offer, but I do know that he was hovering around 3, 4, something like that.
That's
So
what AJ said.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was
Very nice.
to be reckoned with for sure.
That's awesome. Hey, so the reason we brought you two knuckleheads on is, obviously great representation of the Marshall Shack marshalling crew, and wondering if you could share with all the listeners around the world. And by the way, those listeners in Newfoundland are listening on a half-hour time difference, so they may not hear this for 30 minutes. Any memories, any great moments that really stand out to you guys in your experience marshaling the Senior PGA Championship in the past?
Yeah, I'll take that one first, Kelvin.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, one of the things I enjoy most about marshaling is the interaction with the professionals themselves on the Champions Tour. So just a great experience overall to kind of be out there, listening to see how they interact with each other. One of my stories was the last championship in 22. It was early in the round, Saturday or Sunday, so one of the first groupings off, and I was in position on the right-hand side of the fairway off the tee box, and
you were scouting the drives?
I was scouting the drives, and sure enough, and it must have rained a little bit the evening before because the ground was soft, and sure enough, a drive came pretty much right at me there, kind of tucked into the rough a little bit, and lands near me, and I've got eyes on it. So I was all excited and was able to find the ball for him, but I noticed it was plugged, and as he approached, it was, I believe it was Roger Chapman. So his ball was plugged, and you could barely read it out. Trying to judge if it's his ball or not. And he looks at me and he goes, "Marshall, what's the ruling on this plugged ball?" And I looked at him and I kind of smiled, expecting him to laugh back and smile back. And he just looked at me. And then I was like, okay, so let me think. According to Rule 12b-6, Clause 2 little I, paragraph 6, if the marshal cannot determine the ruling, he has to get the closest PGA rule official to come and make the ruling. And I looked at him.
I would have been like, plain as a lie, Chappie.
And I did say that because he was looking at, and again, so I looks at me again like that. And then, thank goodness, after about 3 seconds, we both laughed at the same time. And he said, no, I know we're getting him right now. The caddy's getting him. He goes, I just wanted to know if you were going to give me more of a favorable home court ruling on this.
That's
So
awesome.
I thought that was.
He said that?
He did, actually. It was.
Did he also like throw out that he was the original champion at Harbor Shores, like as a little tidbit?
Yeah.
No, but I think he thought that I knew that. So I think that probably what made the exchange that much better is he probably just assumed I knew that.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome.
But I didn't.
So some great interaction with Chapman on that. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
How about you, Kelvin?
So
That's great.
in 22, I was a rookie, right? So I don't have that breadth of experience and stories that probably you all do. But the ones
And you were third runner-up of Rookie of the Year, by the
that's
way,
not
which
bad.
is pretty
That's
good.
not bad. And I will say that I did I
Three
did
guys.
take top spot in the what was it, the poll or we were picking the winners. I actually came on top on that one, so it was in the money.
Yeah, that's right.
But the story I like to tell, and when coming away from that, was I think it might have been on day one. I wanted to follow John Daly a little bit and just kind of see what that was all about, right? And Daly drives a cart in the tour or on the in the tournament, and I was
Smith drives the car too. That's okay.
yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I think it was on hole 3 where the river, what is it, the Paw Paw River runs alongside of it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, hole 3, Paw Paw River on the left.
You're right.
On the left, right, on the left. So I actually jumped out to try to get a hole ahead of his group and was crossing the bridge. There's a bridge that runs up to the tee box, very narrow bridge. And as I was crossing it by myself, I heard a rattling behind me, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, obviously a golf cart coming my way. It was Daly by himself in all his regalia, however he was dressed very colorfully, and was hell-bent to get to the tee box. And just as I turned around, he came right by me, pretty much giving me that look like, get out of my way, Rook.
Get out of the way.
And yeah. So
did you have your Marshall gear on at the time? Clearly you were not on hole number 9. But...
No, I was not dressed officially because that was the first day when I was not on duty. So it was just.
And if you had Marshall Mobile 1 with you, and if you were in front of him, then that would have been no problem. He would have clearly yielded to you.
Yeah, probably, but he did not yield. So my interaction with John Daly.
Cool one. So you guys were Kelvin, you were a rook last time, right? AJ, you a couple years now, but
18 he was a rookie, I think.
No,
16.
16.
16 rookie.
Yeah,
16. AJ, I think you're the same as me. I think that was my first year too. But what do you guys think? Best piece of advice? Because we have some rookies out there this year on our squad. I'm a little worried about a few of them. But what's your best piece of advice for a new Marshal?
AJ, I'd probably feel that one right off the bat just because I'm, newer to that experience. But, I would say first and foremost, just have fun, right? I mean, I got a lot of coaching from AJ and from John before I even started. This is what you can expect. This is what you should do. These are I've never done it in my life. So just have fun. Be honest with these guys. If you can't, spot it. If you can't find the ball, ask for help, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say, be attentive, watch what you're doing, but overall just have some fun and it'll all come naturally.
That's fantastic advice. Exactly. Like just have fun with it.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
like there's no lives on the line here.
Yeah. And if you're a fan of the game, like we all are, and I'm sure the rookies are this year, you'll pick it up quickly.
That's awesome.
Feedback.
How about you, AJ?
Yeah, the same thing. Have fun, but also, pay attention because you're going to have some droughts in there. Droughts in terms of time, time waiting for, depending upon your spot for the ball to come flying. And I've always kind of found that, you do have a responsibility out there, and they do rely on you at times because, some of my best stories are assisting the golfers in whatever it is that most of the time locating their ball or trying to quiet the crowd. But have fun, but you definitwe have to be alive for most of the time. And so be careful of those droughts.
Yep.
Speaking of those droughts, we actually have some live footage of the two of you during one of those droughts. If you don't mind, I might pull up a little.
Nice.
Take a look at your
video
screen here. Let's see what we got.
The two of you during one of the droughts. There you are. And we're trying to. Whoa! What? We need maybe like we're gonna watch this one more time.
Like what?
Ooh, slow motion. Even.
Clearly, there's nobody on the tee box. This is a drought.
Tell us a little bit about what's going through your mind during this little experience there, Kelvin and AJ.
Well, I'll start it off, Kelvin. There was a little bit of animosity because one of the premier spots on 9 is you want to be the flag guy, right, on the tee box. And when you switch positions, who's ever there always wants to linger for 1 or 2 more drives, right? So so part of the animosity is, hey, I'm here. It's time for you to get out. Hand over the flag. Hand it over.
I'll be honest real quick. I found that old man Kelvin never got the flag right either. He was always wrong. He pointed us in the wrong direction.
Well, I don't know about that, but that was 2 years ago. So but I will say to what AJ just said earlier, you got to be attentive, right? And I will argue, as I was going right, he was in my way. You got to be attentive. You got to know where you are on the course and on the hole. And he obviously wasn't there. Although I am a big fan of the Three Stooges, and that looks pretty good. So,
I was going to say for the viewers or for the listeners who aren't able to see, the little bit of Three Stooges, as Calvin referred to it, going on the tee box. And that I only have one question. You said it, Calvin. Three Stooges. The two of you, good buddies. You guys are paired up well out here on the course, and so you have a lot of time together. Who do you most closely associate with when you're together? A couple of Stooges, Dumb and Dumber, or Sadler and Waldorf? Like, I mean, who do you?
That's easy. That's easy. Oftentimes when we were building our bunk beds together,
or from Step Brothers,
there's something up, right? And it always ends with, hey, you want to go do karate in the garage? We'll say yes at the same time.
Right.
And so that's pretty. And
so Step Brothers is the answer.
Step Brothers, yeah, definitively. Did we just become best friends?
Love it.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have AJ Gable and Kelvin McCord, our special guests, and the Step Brothers, who are going to be bringing their brilliance to Harbor Shores
and our investment,
and the SrPGA Championship.
And our investment paraphernalia, because we are looking for investors. So.
Exactly.
I love it. Guys, thanks for joining our podcast for a few minutes, telling some old war stories. Looking forward to having you.
Can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah,
same here. Can't wait to see all you guys in late May.
Yep, it's coming up soon.
Just a few weeks. Thanks, gentlemen.
All right.
All right.
Have a great evening. We'll see you.
See you guys.
You too. Bye-bye.
Guys, bye.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, man.
That was great.
They cracked me up. That'll be good to have them out.
Typical AJ and Kelvin form. Like they have the best intention to be there together, and then one of them's like a little off, and poor Kelvin with the iPad, as he says, he's got to call back in. AJ's got his PGA shirt on. That's 2 Gables with their PGA stuff on today.
That's impressive. You guys show up well.
That's awesome. Hey,
all right, boys.
Before we wrap up, can I go off script?
Yeah. Please. Did we ever have a script?
I'll drink to that.
I just wanted to do a little bit of show and tell.
Okay.
All right. Hold on a second. Let's start with this one here. All right. I think we might have talked about this one at episode 1, but.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is the 2022 flag.
Nice. That was last year. Last
all
time I
of
was
our
here.
signatures on there.
Love it.
I'm getting fired up, fellas. I'm getting fired up. I'm getting ready.
Me too.
It's not that far off. All right, now hold on.
You got the
This is a little bit of an endangered species, but have you guys ever seen one of these?
I can't.
What is that, Aaron?
I don't know. It's like it looks like I can't read the. I can't
It
read.
is. All right, let me read it. It is the 83rd KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship 2023 Pro-Am champion.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about
Go
that.
Texas.
Yeah.
I forgot
Who
about that.
is
John was
your
riding somebody's coattails.
Pro-Am
Johnny, are you golfing
champion?
again this year?
What?
Are you golfing again this year?
Well, the champions always have to defend their title.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Ah,
Nice.
Huh?
it's like a purple heart or something.
It's
Yeah,
it's glistening
I
in the
feel like I
lighting.
should like.
Is
do
that a
sign
money
of the
clip?
cross?
What exactly
Senior
is that?
PGA champion. Now, hey, guy, I don't care how old it is. Go get yours if you want to bring it here.
Is
Go
it a
get your
belt
Senior
buckle?
PGA
What is
Pro-Am
it?
championship.
Thank you for your service, John.
Yeah, really.
All right. That was my show and tell. But last thing I wanted to finish up with is
Oh, the schedule.
schedule is out, boys. It's real.
Yeah.
Schedule is out. Senior PGA is like now 6 weeks away. Schedule's out. Any reaction on that to the schedule, Smeef? Aaron, what do you got?
Thought it looked great. I'm looking forward to it. Looks like a similar schedule to what we've done in the past. And I always love that Sunday we finish hole 9. Everybody plows through, and then we're sort of off duty and sort of free to roam and kind of turn into a spectator for a bit. And then if needed on 17 or 18, help control the crowds.
Oh my God. Yeah. Explain the if needed.
Well, if they let us.
Well, it's usually that we decide if needed.
Right. If it's a good finish, we'll show up and sort of insert ourselves into the tournament. But
I'll say this: I don't know about the schedule. I mean, it looks like I was part of the A team every time, so I was like, whatever. But I will say, we got to be the best looking group out there of Marshals on
Without
hole
a doubt.
9, representing. So
Yeah.
forget the schedule, but we're bringing the A game. We're bringing it up. So
Yep.
All right. No, I know we're at 45 minutes, but Smeef's tips. What do we got? I mean, we got to finish. We have to deliver to the audience, like what is going on with apparel, with the league, with brands.
I got
What
a
do we
little
have-
something for you guys here. Let me share my screen. What do you guys know? What do you guys know about Pat Perez? Can you see? What do you guys know about Pat Perez?
Nothing.
Keegan Bradley, Harold Varner III. You know anything about these guys?
educate us.
I mean, I don't think they're very good, to be honest, but they all represent.
Well, I know Harold Varner. I've heard that name.
Hey, they all represent Nike Air Jordan Golf.
Oh, nice.
Love the look of these. So I'm just gonna throw this out. You got a lot of options here, a lot of colors to pick from. Okay, they got some other stuff out there.
The
Loving
Nike
these
Golf
green,
is what he's showing here, right?
loving these
Nike
green
golf
and white
shoes.
ones.
Oh,
Though.
go back to that other one where you see inside the shoe.
$150, just good looking golf shoes. That's all.
Jordan golf shoes. I love it.
I'm a fan of just the Jordan low tops anyway. Comfy, great shoes. They look good on the golf course as well. If you've got a little extra scratch in your pocket, okay, and you want to up your game, you go with the Travis Scott Nike Air Jordan mashup.
Whoa!
Oh, a little bit of scratch. Tell everybody what are we looking at?
$8.99. Well, I mean, the prices vary online. They came out the end of last year, but man, they got the reverse Nike logo on them. Very, very nice. So there you go. That's Smith's tip of the week.
Love
Smith's
it.
tips is the Nike golf shoes in particular.
Air Jordan
The low top.
specifically. There you go.
Are we going to see those on you up in Traverse City this year?
Maybe. We'll see. If
Nice.
maybe if this Marshall gig pays out a little bit, maybe I'll pick up a pair, and maybe I'll have the new Travis Scott's on up there. How about that?
Ooh, if it pays out. Yeah, you'll have the $8.99s.
I wouldn't hold your breath.
All right. So we Aaron, I'm gonna bring it back to you. What are we looking at timeline wise for getting episode 2 out to our fans?
Well,
And,
episode 2 should drop by Sunday, the 14th. It'll be
Okay.
out on the website on the 14th, and then we'll be releasing this one soon after. So
And then release this soon after. Awesome.
yeah,
I think that's when we're gonna put the hard charge on and for the PGA release
yeah,
and see if we can get some support and get some players or caddies over to the shack.
yeah. We need to get Kelsey on too to talk a little bit about sort of the logistics of what's happening with the PGA Champions Tour and the volunteerism, everything that needs to go along with it.
Perfect. When episode 2 drops, we'll send her both, and then we'll try to get her scheduled for episode 4.
Awesome.
All right. So what do you guys got going on the rest of the weekend?
For the listeners, real quick, go check out our YouTube page as well. Right,
Oh, yeah.
You can see lots of Marshall diaries and a little bit of history of
What is a
the
YouTube page?
experiences we've been through.
What is
So,
the YouTube page?
Just search for Marshall Diaries on
Marshall
YouTube.
Diaries on YouTube.
There you go.
And so what's on store for the rest of the weekend?
Here's the Marshall Diaries page on YouTube. You can find our all of our Marshall Diaries episodes as well as the Inside the Ropes podcast. So
Very nice.
Fantastic.
Very nice.
on the docket for the weekend, pretty quiet weekend at the Youngstead household. Not a whole lot going on. Next weekend we're invaded by the children. I got to go pick up the daughter from college, and
that's right. It's that time of year.
Yeah, that time of year, and then our son comes back a few days later, who will be a new rookie marshal for the tournament.
That's right.
Wow.
Is he ready?
He's ready.
prepared?
Well, we're gonna have a little talk on the way back from.
Yeah, you
good
got
old
2 hours to
State.
break
We
it
got
down.
2 hours. It's just him and I in the car. We're gonna have a long talk about what it's like to be a marshal. So
These marshals, man, I keep getting older, and they stay the same age. Right?
They stay the same.
I tell you. Man. Love it.
all right, boys,
All right, good work. Hey,
time to cut it out.
this is a pretty tight ship tonight. Nice work.
Just work. All right, boys, we will see you next time.
See you guys.
Alrighty.
Bye.
See ya.